welcome to my table. This is Amanda with Journey in the Stone, and today I'm going to do an all card long form reading for someone somewhere. I'm going to use every card in the deck, guys, so it's going to be a really specific message and definitely not for most people. If this is not your message, don't make it fit. If this is your message, I'm so glad you're here, and remember, as always, your inner voice, inner wisdom reigns, okay? Let's begin. I'm going to shuffle, and then I'm going to just dip into the energy a little bit before I start throwing cards. Because I'm going to use all the cards, I'm not going to announce each card as it arrives, and I'm just going to rely on the messages that come to me as I'm seeing them, okay? All right. The image that's coming to mind right now is it's a singular energy, and they are facing the new dawn. It feels like a rebirth of sorts, but it's also very familiar. This may have been a very transformational summer, and the feeling I'm having is like, you know, waking up to a new landscape after a great battle. Not quite taking inventory yet of what is still standing, but more or less just standing, facing the new dawn sun. Let's begin. Okay. I feel like someone may have stood up to someone. You know, what I'm getting with these two cards is almost like a fallen hero. There may have been a mentor or a parental figure, or someone that was once seemed like a great pillar. I believe someone has been revealed for who they really are. Yeah, there's been some illumination around certain ideals, concepts, and even people. Beautiful. We have the Hermit here between the moon and the sun, and I believe this is the energy, the solitary energy that I was sitting with. There's a new dawn. Someone is in the process of witnessing their new dawn, waking up to a new world. And I believe that there was an event leading up to that, many events, but there was a catalyst that may have been, you know, a reveal of someone's true colors. I don't know too much about that. I don't feel entirely compelled to go into that. Well, I'm really focused on this new dawn element of what I'm experiencing in my energy at this time. The cards are revealing a really epic story to me, and it is, I mean, it's so beautiful and poignant. And if this is your story, if you are waking up to your new dawn, what I can say is that whatever's taking place is of epic proportions. There's rapid transformation and incredible abundance coming in very quickly. I think that whatever's happening now it's like everything came down, and you have been able to identify the fractures in the foundation, and you know, just by virtue of waking up in this new world, you've already begun to do deep repairs, and the things that you will build in place of what has come down will be fortified in such a way that it will be unshakable. I believe that there may have been a great reveal of a falsehood, a false sense of security. Somebody suddenly became acutely aware that there was something not solid, that what once was deemed you know, the foundation actually was built on troubled grounds. Yeah, there's an element of someone having really taken charge of their life and a situation, someone coming out of their comfort zone and cleanly and clearly and swiftly stating what was acceptable and what was not acceptable. Somebody has like just decimated a pathway into a new dawn. It feels fierce, it feels ferocious, it feels carnal, and necessary, because there was this lack of balance. That there needed to be a really dramatic escape from a home. But you know, there's, when I say home, I mean it in the spiritual sense. I mean it in a soulful sense. It can be a literal sense. But with the Three of Wands reverse, it feels like the what you thought was, in fact, was not. And it wasn't just that it wasn't, it was actually the opposite. In that it what once felt safe was unsafe. What once was comfortable was uncomfortable. What once was love was then despair. There's been a conclusion here, and I feel like it happened rather quickly. And there is someone here at the new dawn that is facing a new world. And there's some uncertainty here about what to do next. But I believe that there is just a general fatigue here that is requiring some restoration in order to really fully come into a place of power. And the way I'm reading this reversal is just a tempered energy. So I believe that there is a need. I believe there's someone shell-shocked here at the moment, in a good way, but it's still a shock nonetheless. And so there's going to be a moment to pause, and there's going to be some sorting of the debris here. But there is wish fulfillment. There is the start and completion of cycles. There's a lot happening here. In one, it's like something was like this, right? Really seemingly solid and together 1 minute, and then it was just like it cracked open, and things are just flooding out, you know. There's a lot going on here, and it's centered around divine guidance and inner strength that may have been slow to arrive, a lot built up during this time. But most importantly, there's an opportunity here for so much love, happiness, healing, comfort, partnership, relationships of substance, the strength, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. There's something dramatic has had to take place. You've really been called to step into a place of self advocacy, and it may have taken a while, but you have arrived at the new dawn. And there's an Ace of Cups here, the center of the base, saying this is what it's all about. I believe that there was like you may have been on a path, and it was a purposeful pursuit. You may have gone on an adventure. You may have made some kind of a judgment call at some point about a direction to go, and you did it with a tremendous amount of hope and excitement, and you know, just like a passionate energy. And what you found was that quickly after the start, you got hung up on something, and you've essentially had to chew off your own foot to escape. There is a sense of battle-worn energy here, but you are in a sense coming home. You've had to go through some challenging things to make this journey. And in my mind, the way I'm seeing it, it's stunning. It's a stunning return, arrival. It's a familiar place, but it's entirely new, and you'll just have to figure out what that means for you. We have the Nine of Cups upright. This is everything you ever hoped for, because what didn't work out really kind of crushed you. But what was always meant to be was this sense of personal fulfillment and self-love. It's like there was a formative step that was skipped at some point, and it caused you to pour a tremendous amount of energy into a dynamic, a cooperative, a collaboration, a partnership of sorts. You may have been building something with somebody, and well, it just it actually it took more than it gave to you. But I believe you really had so much faith in this, and so there is an element of there's an element of shock here, because not all passion projects lead us to a passionate place. However, in an amazing turn of events here, through your great escape from something that was not working for you, you have arrived right where you are meant to be, with the the Six of Wands upright here in the center over our Ace of Cups. You know, whatever has brought you to this epic new beginning, this new dawn breaking, it is, you have tremendous support in the spirit world. I believe that there is support here in the three-dimensional world for you. I support you. However, I am seeing a cosmic council of sorts gathered around, watching you, standing at the brink of your new dawn and just basking in your glory. You are coming back home, but you are also arriving in new robes, is how it feels like. You almost knowingly, I feel, you know, you had a contract here, and it's like it really had to tear you down here so that you can spiritually evolve. With the Justice reverse next to the King of Wands, I feel like there was a contract that needed to be fulfilled, and while here in the 3D world you may not have known what you were getting into, it has absolutely elevated you to tremendous heights, and you are being celebrated at this time, and you are taking your place at the table. If you have thought for even a moment that you did something foolish, reckless, wrong, etc., or you spent any significant time judging yourself for the decisions that you've made, please come back to a place of spiritual sensibility and recognize that everything that's happened, that's brought you to this new landscape, is part of the divine plan, and rely on your good senses to remember why we make the decisions we make, even if on the surface they feel like they didn't work out. There was a purpose for all this. With the Ace of Swords standing strongly next to the King of Swords here, this is absolute truth. What's taking place now is absolute truth. It's divine truth. It is part of the divine plan, and you are experiencing a life-changing arrival here. And I hope that you are you are gentle with yourself during this process, and just let that light shine on you. There will be work to be done. There is sifting and work to be done, but you have arrived at the new dawn. You are out of a place. You're moving out of a. You are out of a place of rejection. You are out of a place of abandonment. You are out of a place of isolation and confusion. You may be shell shocked. I feel. I almost feel a paralysis here, but it's because you're beholding beauty. Okay, and there's a tremendous relief happening for you right now. You're divinely protected. The chatter in your head and the inner fighting and dialogue, it's waning. It is burning up and shriveling in the light of a new dawn, and you are coming into a place of tremendous personal wealth. Apply that as you will. Wealth can mean anything. It's whatever gives you sustenance, whatever enriches your life, whatever comforts you. With the Nine of Pentacles here following a lot of this, very spiritually dramatic information. I feel like this is going to launch you into a place of personal power that you may have never experienced before. You're going to build an empire, and you are going to hold on to it this time. Okay, don't become afraid. There's a tremendous offer here for you, and it is one of healing. It is one of love. It is one of deep personal satisfaction. It is one of self-love and understanding. It is one of compassion and adoration and affection. The universe is offering you an opportunity to build a new empire. And while you may be standing in the wake of what once was, you are here now, and it is going to transform you into this deep reservoir of appreciation and gratitude, and that is going to bring abundance in at a rapid rate for you. You're no longer stuck between worlds. I feel like whatever was taking place before this era, you were already gone in a way. You were already gone. You may have been waiting for the tower to arrive, and we know the tower's in here. Okay, and so I'll know more about what happened when the tower arrives, but I do feel like you have been running from something, but it doesn't make it any less dramatic when it all comes down, and it doesn't make this new landscape any less of a shock. But I believe that you are stunned by the promise that you are confronted with at this time. We have the Chariot here. The divine has moved you in this direction. You have moved you in this direction, but I believe you needed a nudge, and so the nudge has come, and you are here, and you have arrived, and a tremendous offer is here for you. Everything is being handed to you now, and you have had to work for it. And you will continue to have to work for it because you have a new foundation to fortify. You have new pillars to erect, and you have new information on how to build lasting structures in your life. And the divine is providing you with all the knowledge that you need and is giving you access to opportunities that will bring you quickly, swiftly, and profoundly into this new world. They're done are the times of your manifestations being stalled. There's a new cycle turning here for you, and I think that this has everything to do with you embracing who you are and recognizing your inner magic and your capability. You're very capable. You can create anything in this new landscape, and I believe that at some point you were disempowered or you didn't know what to do with your gifts. And I believe that you are now entering a phase where, yes, you're going to be receiving inspiration, confirmation, validation, comfort, ideas. All this stuff is going to be coming to you at a rapid rate. I believe this is the era of you tapping into your gifts, your offerings, and definitely enhancing and expediting your manifestations, bringing in tremendous abundance. And I believe that what you are going to be creating from this moment forward is going to be hugely significant for you and those closest to you, but energetically for the whole world. You're going to be transmuting your pains, your stresses. You're going to be manipulating those sort of lower vibrations and actually elevating the energy. And I believe that you have the capacity to do this very swiftly. I think that you may be shocked at how quickly you can get over things that at one time held you back so strongly and for so long. There may be there may be a season of deep self-care here. There is a relationship on the horizon. However, it's not fully in focus right now. All I see is this solitary energy just receiving rapid healing from a warm and comforting light of a creation of their own making. I know it sounds so cerebral and it sounds wacky, but what I'm seeing is somebody's new dawn. And having gone through my own new dawns, I know how epic and powerful they are. And I just want to emphasize my gratitude for being able to witness this energy with the Knight of Cups reverse and the Lovers upright. I feel like you're making a conscientious decision to focus on self and to pour love into oneself at this time. You're going to be entertaining ideas, thoughts, insights, inventions, creations. I think this era is an era of self-love, of self-exploration. Yes, your energy will no longer even have the capacity to play games, even with one's self, but definitely with others. And I feel like you've broken out of an old energy. Your essentially your DNA has changed, and I believe that some of the things that were just holding you back, you're going to be finding yourself wondering how they ever had the capacity to do that, because you are so here and now. You are ripe and potent, and you are receiving so much healing and energy at this time that it's just, you're swelling with it, and that is going to leave no room for any lower vibrations or any unrequited relationships or love, and you're just, you won't have room for heartbreak right now, because you're really coming into your own sense of self. You're not working with lower vibration energy anymore. It's like you were in two different worlds. Your physical self was in one world, but your higher self was waiting for you where you find yourself now, and there's just no going back. There isn't a pathway, there isn't a map, like there is no going back to what was. There's there's a new offer here, and I believe it's from the divine, and it's from your higher self. And it's between you and your higher self, and between you and source. Okay. You have recently experienced this tower. In fact, there may still be some billowing smoke and debris falling from the skies. I don't think you're focused on that so much. In my mind, when I see you, the dust is in fact settling, and you are silhouette in a new dawn sun. And I believe that what's left standing after this tower is our Empress here. It's like the tower fell all around you, and you were what was left standing. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You have risen from the tower. And you were denying yourself for some time. You were denying yourself the healing, denying yourself your place at the table, your passion, your drive. You may have spent a lot of time supporting the dreams and healing of others, and yeah, that's not what's happening any longer. The tower has fallen, and you are left standing, and it's more than you could have ever hoped for, because you have everything you need within you, and you can conjure and create anything that you feel you want. This is a painful ending. It's a painful ending to what was a controlling environment that you felt you did not have control over for a time. This could have been with a first love, or someone that you matured greatly with the Six of Cups in reverse. Yes, this can be an ending of a controlling situation with a long-term partner, a first love. It can also be with an ending of a controlling environment with a parent or family member. There's a great breakaway from a controlling situation here, and it is painful. There's no doubt about it. It is painful. But the Ten of Swords brings the new dawn, and you're there. So I feel like, yes, there is still pain here. The dust is still settling, but I believe there is a liberation and a freedom here that is so profound. It's released you from all this pent up desire, and also just a general aloofness. There is a total liberation of complacency. I believe the biggest challenge that you will confront here is whatever was once standing, where you find yourself now amongst the rubble. It was a huge and significant part of your life and your being, and was probably paramount and or prevalent during hugely transformational phases in your life, as you've grown and experienced life. I feel that you will find yourself reflecting frequently, and I believe that is healthy. And I also believe that you are being supported and protected heavily right now by the divine, and so I have no fear about how you will cope with this, because I think it's part of your process. You are having to leave certain elements of the past behind, and you with that, you're also kind of shedding a part of yourself here, and don't question if anything that you've done was the right thing. If it's brought you here to this place, it is. Don't doubt your methods at this time, okay? You are a powerful being here, and I believe full-heartedly that whatever's brought you to this place is part of the divine process. There's so many options here for you. And at the end of the day, what we have is a stable and solid force that creates anything they want at any given time. You are a master manifester, and you are creating opportunities for financial abundance, but you're definitely creating opportunity for deep and profound healing that goes back lifetimes. So congratulations. Welcome to your new dawn. Let's go ahead and pull some advice cards for my viewer. Some advice cards. Advice cards for my viewer, please. Spirit, angels, guides, show me clearly the information you would like to share with viewer now. Thank you. Anything else? Oh, my goodness. Okay, yes, there are many things. Well, we have the Hermit. Continue the work, okay? There is work to be done, but I believe that there's a tremendous amount of self-work that you can rely on strictly for yourself. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups reverse. I feel like what once was here, you're going to be receiving an actual offer that is part of this new beginning for you. It's going to be the real deal. What once was standing was indeed significant. It was significant and will always be significant. But there's a new offer here, and it is substantial. So please, please, please remember that there is something here for you that will fill this space. Okay, next up we have the Chariot in reverse. Don't try too hard to control the situation at this time. There's a lot of regeneration that's going to happen without you. Go into a place of deep healing. Okay, there are structures in your life that will start to build the minute you give yourself rest and restore the emotional balance that you have been lacking. We have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Page of Cups here. I feel like in a lot of ways you'll feel brand new when it comes to understanding and loving yourself. And that's okay, because it's inevitable that you find yourself once again in a place of deep self-love and respect. I firmly believe that. Let's get some outcome cards for my viewer. Outcome for my viewer. Outcome, spirit, angels, guides. Outcome for my viewer. Outcome for my viewer. Okay, this is looking so lovely. Yeah, there's an arrival here, big time. You've worked really hard to get to where you are, even if you thought you were blindly running just to escape something. It's taken a lot to get you to this point of swift action, and what I see here is just the ultimate in self-satisfaction. and I mean that in the most I mean this in a humble way, because it's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's not selfish to build your wealth and build your abundance. It's not selfish to focus on your work or focus on your healing, especially if you have been in a place where you have been taking care of other people. And I believe that's who you are. And I believe that is why you deserve this new beginning, because you are a good, kind, hardworking, and precious energy. And you have had to endure things, people, places, and things, and you have had to get very brave, and you will remain brave. It is part of who you are. It is part of who you've always been, and it is part of who you will be going forward. If you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I can't thank you enough for letting me sit in your beautiful energy. It is glorious, and I do hope that you'll be back, okay? Yeah, good luck. Bye.